my son Trevor. He was the joy of our life. He was extremely curious. He always was the one to go out and look for caterpillars or raise tadpoles into frogs, catch lizards. He loved nature. Unfortunately, he was experimenting with drugs. Trevor bought some prescription pills, and unfortunately, Trevor died from fentanyl poisoning in his dorm room at college. I was really grateful that my son and I always had a great relationship, and we always ended every single conversation with "I love you." When Trevor died, I was in the middle of chemotherapy, and I already was talking to a therapist about this is not the life that I thought I would have in the future, to always be a cancer patient. And then Trevor died in the middle of chemo.
It's not easy. Somehow you got to find a reason to wake up every day. You have to be able to find the things that keep you going.
First, when Michelle got cancer, there was definitely an understanding among the stores on, okay, this is what it is, this is how we move forward. But then when Trevor passed, it definitely sent a pall over everything and everybody.
Everyone really just kind of, banded together. We made sure we sent our, our love and support.
And the minute Trevor passed away, Michelle has taken on a huge task, if you will, trying to make people aware of fentanyl.
The night that Trevor died, I immediately started speaking out. I have been very vocal about Trevor's disease since he passed away, and I advocate to whoever will listen. I talk about how the awareness of fentanyl in the drug supply is so important, and the fact that I knew most people didn't know that one pill could kill. I decided that needed to be part of what I talk about. Last year, I told the managers of our 6 stores, I have this crazy idea. What do you think if I teach our employees how to be first responders to overdose and teach them how to use NARCAN?
So NARCAN is an amazing miracle drug. You can have somebody down who looks like they are gone, and then psh, psh, you put it up their nose, and then they come back to life. At that point, you've got a chance to be able to help them survive and get through it.
My thinking is, if we can save 1 or 2 lives, or maybe even more, by the awareness and or the NARCAN, it's great.
So we started tabling events. Then I reached out to community partners and I said, would you be willing to provide NARCAN? And they were over the moon. They said, yes, let's do this immediately.
Overdose deaths in the Bay Area happen every day, and a pair of East Bay moms are making it their mission to save other families the grief they've endured with the deaths of their sons.
Michelle fights every day by trying to light up minds about saving people in the middle of an overdose.
I'm going to take the show on the road, start with where I work, train my team members, and the community where they live.
The outpouring from the stores and the support around it has been huge. We've heard, whether it's the employees, whether it's the community, everyone's been very supportive of it.
I'm really grateful that all 6 stores are on board with this. It's awkward. It's part of the stigma. And not everybody's comfortable talking about addiction. Not everybody's talking about fentanyl.
There isn't any community in the United States that isn't impacted by the fentanyl overdose epidemic. This last year, we lost over 107,000 people to overdose. The stigma that surrounds substance use disorder is such a big problem that we are trying to do everything we can to break down. So how we can best combat the stigma, and I do it all the time, it's really by speaking out, to being willing to share our story, and also education.
When Trevor died, I thought, okay, this is it. I'm gonna be a whole different person. I talked about being in a cocoon, and I didn't know how I was gonna come out through the metamorphosis of these 2 huge tragic events. And what I think happened is I came out as a moth. My world is darker than the butterfly life I used to live, but I still see flowers. And I still can help the world, even though my world is darker than it was. And I hope that by being a moth and sharing my darker story, that I can help other people from becoming a moth and stay a butterfly.